Yo, straight to the point. All right, let's get straight to the point. Okay, now I'm just sitting there surfing like I normally do, checking out the news, checking out YouTube, and just looking at different things. And what's always on my mind is the climate and the culture and what's going on with the. I check out what's going on with everybody, but I'm more so concerned about what's going on with my people, with black men, black women, black youth, things of that nature. So I'm looking and I just happen to scroll on something concerning the NBA. We all know it's the playoffs now. I mean, it's getting ready to boil down to the finals. And I seen the young fella from Oklahoma City, Shane Gillis, and I didn't even know that this man had a white wife and mixed children and everything. And I say, you know what? I say 90% of these black athletes and men that's successful always get a white woman. And I'm gonna tell you, I've dealt with white women. In the earlier part of my life, that's all I dealt with was white women. So I could look at it from both perspectives, and I could tell you why that is. And the reason why that is, now let me say this before I state the reason why that is. We have the music industry, the television industry that promotes a certain behavior to our black women. It promote the boss chick, it promote the loud, it promote the obnoxious, it promote the rude, it promote, and they package that as a strong black woman. That's what they promote to our women. And black women actually buy into this. The thing they need to realize, while they, and by they, I mean the people that are in charge of what comes across your screen, what comes through your airwaves on your radio, what you hear in your music, those are Caucasians or people of European descent that owns these stations. And it's a covert operation being orchestrated in order to divide us, first of all, because it's easier to control a people that's divided. And not only that, I believe also that it's an attempt to, by all these rich, wealthy athletes and men of stature, men of high status. Why do they get these white women? Why? I wonder, do black women look at themselves and ask them the question, why all these guys are choosing white women? Do the sisters ever ask themselves that? Or do they just look at it and they have contempt for the man? Oh, they love him. It has to be a reason. Do the sisters, do the black women ask themselves why? And I will tell you why. No need to ask, I will tell you. The same garbage that they promote to our black women and our black young girls and everybody, so when they grow up, they turn into the very thing that they promoting, the loud, the obnoxious, the rude, the out of order. That's why. That's why black men choose white women, because they don't promote that to white women. No. Look at a country video, country music. Look at country music, look at pop music, look at this and that. If it's pop music, you see the football player that's marrying the cheerleader, and right out of high school, they have their family, they have their house, they have this, they have that. That's what they promote to them. Country music, nice house, nice farm, nice this, nice that, children, pickup truck. The man is with his lunchbox going to work. They promote that hard working man type thing. That's what they promote to white women, and that's what they promote to white men. But they tell us no. They promote to our black women no. Now, a man with a 9 to 5 honest job is not good enough. And when that's 95% of the population. But they put an idea in your mind that these men, hardworking, honest men, are not good enough for y'all. So now, and so the reason why these men are choosing these white women, because the white women are, and I'm not going to say that all of them, because all of them are not so. But a large majority of white women are feminine. They're soft, they're gentle. They won't loud talk you in public and all this other foolishness that's that they've given the perception of being a strong woman, or you're putting your foot down. You're not standing for foolishness. And black women will say, yeah, because a black man chooses a white woman because they let him get away with anything. No, it's not that they let white woman let a black man get away with anything. It's because a white woman knows her place. A white woman won't stand chest to chest with us. Won't stand chest to chest with these fellas. The garbage that they're promoting to the black woman and for them to inspire to be, that's the total opposite of what men are looking for. Men are not looking for that kind of woman. That's the truth. Men are not looking for that kind of woman. Loud, out of control, tats from head to toe, long pointed fingernails, long eyelashes, all this other stuff. Men are not looking for that. If a man is, and that doesn't just go for men that are wealthy and rich and of high status. That's men across the board. So this is the message to the lady. Now, oftentimes, men, we have to work on ourselves, and women don't have no problem pointing out our shortcomings. And as men, a lot of times we will admit, and you're like, you know what, I'm lacking in this area. Let me tighten up in this area. But oftentimes, women, when you point something out to them, instead of saying, just receiving that and saying, you know what, okay, I will work on that. What is often done is they will point out to you, well, if I need to work on this. Oh, you talking about me? Well, you need to work on that and this. We'll never just take the information and say, you know what, let me try to change for and fix my any flaws I have in my character. Black women, don't buy into what they're pushing on you and giving you inspiration to be something that's not desirable. That's what's happening. They're inspiring you to be something that's not desirable. If a man have any kind of pride, any kind of, and I don't want to use, you know what I'm saying, just balls. I will say it. Men have any kind of ball. It don't matter if the man is rich. It don't matter if the man is in the middle when it comes to his economic status. It don't matter if it's at the bottom. Most men will not stand for no loud, out of control women. If he does tolerate that, then that's a man you don't want, because that shows weakness. What woman wants a man who's just going to tolerate all they mess? Is that what you really want? So I guess some women do want these guys. But let me tell you something. A large majority of guys not going for it. And these men who definitely have everything, and they have a multiple choice of women that they could choose from. Why would I choose a woman that's loud? Why would I choose a woman that challenges me on every corner? That's not being strong. Being strong, you know what being strong is? Being strong is, and I'm gonna give it from a man's perspective and from a woman's perspective. Being strong is, you know what? As a woman, you may have a point. You may be right. But you respect that man enough to know how to come to him, even when you're right. Even when you write, you know how to get your point across in a way that's not going to come across as a challenge. That's one thing women don't understand. You have a power as a woman, and you know your number one power, your number one asset, and that's your femininity. It disarms a man when you put that into use and put that into work. It disarms a man. When a man see you coming in that manner, it diffuses him. Now, when you come in the same posture as a man with a challenging attitude and a challenging mentality, it triggers the fight response in the man. Because men are there to protect. So we are built innately to, when a challenge comes, to deal with it. Now, men don't want to be challenged by their women. Now, as a man, okay, when it comes to strength, okay, strength is not, although men are built more physically strong than a woman, with that being noted and that being understood, a man say, you know what, I'm physically stronger than this woman, so, and I know that if I choose to, I could probably do her some harm, but at the same time, I'm gonna humble myself. Even though I'm the leader in the relationship, I'm still gonna take into account this woman's feelings and this woman's thoughts and ideas and what she care about and all that. I'm not gonna just use my position uh, uh, of authority and lord over this woman. And at the same time, the woman need to understand her position. I'm gonna tell you something, women, y'all don't know how much power y'all have. The power y'all have is not between y'all legs. The number one power that a woman possesses, and they oftentimes don't utilize it, is their femininity. You can get a man to do most things on anything for you if you know how to come and approach and talk to that man. If all you have to do is be the way God made you. Be soft, be feminine, be courteous, be soft spoken. And I guarantee you will get the things that you need. And I guarantee you, these men, it's not because of, don't think for one second that it's because of skin color. It is not because of skin color. It's because of attitude. It's the attitude that sets these white women apart from black women. Your attitude, you have bought into the boss mentality, and two captains can't run in one ship. If you want to be a captain, then what you have to do is you have to get a man that's comfortable with being a first mate. The first mate is under the captain. Women, you want to be the boss, you want to be the man. Most men are not attracted to, because you are a man, you have certain traits. Why would a man be attracted to a woman with manly traits? It's like being with another man. That's not attractive. So that's what it is. I feel for black women, man. I really do. I really do feel for y'all. I really do. Because it's like they feeding you the garbage. They feeding you the Cardi B's. They feeding you the Meg Stallion. They feeding you the hot girls, the city girls and all that. They feeding you all this foolishness. And that's what you aspiring to be. Don't you know you will not attract any man of substance, of any man of stature, any man of that's in the social hierarchy of when it comes to financially being financially secure? No, you're not gonna get that, and you're not even gonna get the bottom guys either. You're not even gonna get the middle guys. No guys are putting up with that. No guys are putting up with that. So, ladies, do some self-reflecting. Do some self-reflecting. Men, we have to do that constantly. Women, y'all don't have no problem pointing out our shortcomings. Y'all don't have no problem pointing out our shortcomings. And this foolishness about, okay, I see women on certain social platforms where their requirements. They won't even date a man with a 9 to 5, won't even date a man with a job. They say if you don't have your own business and you could be flexible in your schedule, and really, but that's the thing that they're selling to these women. You're aspiring for you are ostracizing or negating 95% of the population, if that's your stance, because the majority of people work. That's just the reality of it. When white people get together, they say, you know what, this man has a steady job, he has this, I have this, we have this. And before long, house is paid for, car is paid for, families in good standings, and they're raising nice children. If it takes a man and a woman to make a child, why don't you think it takes a man and a woman to raise a child properly? If if a man wasn't needed, then God would made it to where a woman could procreate by herself. If a woman wasn't needed, God would make it to where a man could have the ability to procreate by himself. So it's apparent that we need each other. But we have to be realistic. Women, it is not your color. I'm going to tell you something. All these black men have black sisters, black mothers, I mean, their whole family are black. So you don't think black women, let me tell you something. Y'all are the most beautiful creatures. And it's not to negate the fact that they have women from all walks and different cultures that are beautiful. I mean, all women are just beautiful in general. But I would be foolish not to be attracted to a woman that looks like me, have the same skin color as me, have the same features as me. Why would I not be attracted to? And don't think that it's the color that these guys are attracted to. It's not the color at all. It's not the color. I could guarantee it's not the color. It's the attitude. I've dated white women before, and my first time I've ever been intimate was with a white woman. That's all I used to date. Listening to country music, listening to rock and roll. So I've been submerged in to know what it's like to be with European women, Caucasians. And I'm going to tell you something. It's a big difference. It really is. These women are soft, they're delicate, they're not loud. I'm not gonna say, now you might find a one or two white girl that's been brought up in the hood and act hood and ghetto, but let me tell you something. Black men, if they're looking for a white woman, and not to say they're looking for a white woman, they're looking for a woman that acts like a woman. And right now, white women are a lot more feminine than black women. So they would be gravitated towards that because that's a white girl's character. But it's like when they're looking for a woman, they're not going and saying, they're not looking for color. They're not saying, okay, but because they know what white women are typically like, they would say, okay, well, I'm going looking for a white woman because I know typically this is the characters and everything. So that's what it is. But I know this I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's any hope. I don't know if it'll be any change, but I just had to say that straight to the point. Out.